Hi guys, today I'm going to be looking at the new Windows phones released by HTC. Before I actually start talking about that, I'm going to say I was a little bit disappointed about the event because I thought HTC was going to release that new kind of concept phone we've been seeing, that HTC One X5, which I've read a little bit more about, and some of the pictures say they're concept, but the actual stats are meant to be real, so maybe HTC will be doing a separate event for that, I don't know. We'll have to wait and find out. Hopefully it's true, because that shit looks like it's the bollocks, right? So anyway, let's go and look at these Windows phones. They released the 8X and the 8S. These are in direct comparison with the Nokia Lumia phones. Um, there's a nice little chart down here which we'll just go to because it's what we all want to see, right? The stats. So this is this is their best Windows phone, the 8X, versus the best Nokia Lumia, the 920. So these are the two columns we're going to be looking at. To start with, well, we can see that the Windows Phone 8X is lighter, but it also is smaller in terms of it has a smaller screen. The 8X has a 4.3 inch screen rather than a 4.5 inch screen. I mean, if you're looking at these, they look pretty damn similar, yeah? Like, apart from the dimensions that are shifting a little bit, this is smaller, lighter, but in terms of CPU and GPU, we are cracking the exact same specs. So not much to really talk about there. This Snapdragon S4 isn't the Pro version, so it's the dual core version, which is it's good. I mean, it's in the HTC One S. It's one of the new architecture CPUs. The GPU holds its own, but it's not like the GPU should be better. I want them to put their new Adreno graphics in stuff now, like they have on the Pro. The Pro is a lot better. So the Snapdragon S4 Pro. But yeah, Windows Phone doesn't need a lot to push it, so this CPU and GPU will handle it perfectly. Let's have a look at RAM here. You can see between these two we've got 1 GB, again the same. Internal memory, 16 gig on the Windows HTC 8X compared to 32 on the Lumia, so the Lumia wins out there. Another place it wins out is the camera. The Lumia 920 is meant to have an epic camera. If you haven't seen the shots, go look at them. It's got an 8.7 inch megapixel camera. 8.7 megapixel, not inch. I don't know why 0.7, but it's beating the other ones with 8. So there you go. It's also got a 1.2 front-facing camera compared to the 8X that has a 2.1 megapixel front-facing camera. So you can see how these phones kind of waver. Some of the specs are better on one phone, some of the specs are better on the other phone. 3. What is wrong with me today? 4.3 inch 720p Super LCD 2 screen on the HTC Phone 8X. LCD 2 is really nice. That's the same screen that's on the HTC One X, and if you've seen that, it pretty much blows everything else out the water. So yeah, the LCD 2 is a really great spec screen. Of course, if you want a bigger screen, you'll be going with the Lumia because it's 4.5 inch, 1280 by 768 pixels, so high resolution IPS LCD. IPS LCD is basically what we've had for a while now. So in terms of screen, I'd say the HTC wins. 4.3 inches is still big enough, still 720p, and it's LCD too. This thing is so nice on color reproduction and stuff like that. Battery, the Nokia Lumia is better compared to the Windows Phone. I mean, these two phones here, the 8S and the Lumia 820, are just kind of the dulled down versions of their big brothers, okay? Although, interestingly enough, I'm not sure if this is a typo, but the 8S has the Adreno 305 graphics, which is higher than the Adreno 225, which is a bit strange. but I'm not sure if that's even true, and it has a different processor again, just to make it a bit cheaper. If you want my opinion, if I was going to buy a Windows phone, I think I would go for the Lumia, because it's got more internal memory, it's got a better camera. I mean, what else is there on a Windows phone, really? It's got a bigger screen. Although, saying that, if I was to see them side by side, I would really be tempted by the LCD2. That is the biggest thing with the HTC 8X phones. Anyway, if you're a Windows phone enthusiast, let me know which device you're thinking of getting and why in the comments. I'd really love to know if the HTC's persuaded you. They've got great build quality, but so is Nokia. All of these are obviously Windows 8 devices. Yeah. Have a good day. Let me know.